get ready, the eclipse portal activation, 29 degrees in the sign of Virgo, happening for all of us around the 21st of September. This weekend on Sunday, GMT time, around 7:30 p.m, give or take, 7:40, 7:45. Check that out for your local time zone. I'm doing GMT time. But yes, we have a eclipse portal activation, new moon, partial solar eclipse. Get ready. This is the big one. We've already had two, this is the second, shall I say, new moon happening in Virgo. The opening and closing of doors, because the eclipses will bring, if you don't know, fated events, huge changes, massive endings, new beginnings. This is at the anaretic degree. It's called anaretic because it's the 29th degree, the degree of endings, the degree of calling it all in, the degree of letting go and stepping into your biggest goals, dreams, and desires. Welcome back to Magnetic Manifesting, and yes, today we are talking about the eclipses, how they're going to be affecting each sign. I'm going to go through the signs, give you a tarot card on that, and then we're going to talk about how it's going to affect you. So, how I do this, I am jackscottlee, I am your astrologer. I've been doing this for a very long time, and I'm going to use, when I do the general readings for you guys, I'm using the whole house sign system. I love to use that in my readings anyway, as well as placitors and a whole heap of other different timing techniques too. So if you want to book a reading with me, hit me up in the DMs, leave all the information in the show notes. There is a waiting list, so get on that. And if you've not had a reading with me before, I recommend getting a full birth chart reading with me first before diving into all the other things that I do, such as solar return readings, synastry chart readings, progressed, transits, all of it. There's so much to choose from. If you're already an existing client, then of course go in with all the other tidbits and extras that I offer. And let's talk about the astrology. And so yes, this weekend we have the eclipses have been going through the Pisces and Virgo axis now, and aligning with the nodes, and we have these happening every 18 months, changing the signs. So coming towards the end now of the Pisces Virgo eclipses, we've got another one coming up next year, but we've had, it's been an onslaught of eclipse, new moon, eclipse in this Virgo Pisces axis, and happening at some really important degrees, being the full lunar eclipse, which happened a few weeks ago at 0 degrees, right? We had a 0 degrees new moon eclipse. Now we are having a solar eclipse happening at 29 degrees. So we've gone from having this like total lunar to a partial solar at 29, and these are both very the anaretic degrees. 0 degrees is the new beginnings, and so we all have somewhere within our birth chart Virgo and Pisces, and this is where it affects us the most, right? In those areas of our lives, and especially where we have also Jupiter and Mercury too, because these are the rulers of those signs. And so we want to start to, when we start talking about the story of the eclipses, we start looking at, okay, these are the houses that are affected by the eclipse, such as if you're an Aries rising, this will be your 5th and 11th, sorry, your 6th and 12th house, right? Libra would be vice versa, 12th and 6th house. And this is how it plays out for us. And then you also want to look at where we have Mercury, where we have Jupiter, because these are the rulers of those signs. And we start to get a bigger narrative and a bigger story of how this is going to be happening for you and your sign, right? So if you don't know your rising sign, check out, I'll leave it in the show notes. You get a free birth chart calculator to pop in your birth time, really important, your dates and location, to get the most accurate reading for you. My microphone is tapping. There we go. To get the most accurate reading, that'll give you your birth chart, and that will give you your rising sign, your sun sign, and your moon sign. And in ordering, there's no order of importance, but the rising sign is who your soul came here to be. Right? The sun is the energy you encompass. The rising sign is the outfit that you wear, and the moon is how you feel all about it. If you're going to be very, very general basic, all right? And this will create your birth chart. You want to get in a natal wheel, and then all the houses will represent a different area of your lives too. And so, as mentioned, we're talking about Aries. The eclipse will be happening in the 6th house and the 12th house. These will be the houses to do with your mental health, your physical health, your routines, your habits, your work, and so on and so forth. All the houses mean different things, and we'll get into how you are personally affected by all of this. I'm going to throw some tarot as well. I don't think I'm going to use this deck, so I'm going to use my Dame Darcy tarot deck. which I absolutely love. And so for each time, I'll do a tarot as well, like I always do for you guys. I also do tarot readings as well. So check out all the info in the show notes if you want to get yourself a tarot reading with me too. I sometimes combine the two, astrology and tarot together, which works really well too. And so if you are going to listen out, I'm going to timestamp all the different things, and we'll listen out for your rising sign first and foremost. This is your energy, your outfit, who you came here to be, who your soul came here to be, right? And the sun sign next, listen to your sun sign, which will give you the energy of how this is playing out for you. And then of course the moon sign is how you emote, how you feel, your sensitivity. And some people say, and I believe this too, that sometimes the moon sign is who you truly are behind closed doors, and your innermost circle will see your moon sign. Okay, and so let's get into the degrees, the aspects, all of the things. And so 29 degrees in astrology is the analytic degree, the degree of letting go, the degree of closure, the degree of endings, right? And also, let's not forget, this is the South Node eclipse, all right? And so when we have an eclipse in the South Node, this is all about letting go, closure, yes, calling in opportunity, but also letting go of old versions of you, old stories, old paradigms, old scriptures, things that aren't no longer serving you. Because when we can confidently do that, that is when we can move forward fearlessly into our biggest goals, dreams and desires. And so I'm just looking at the aspects for this eclipse, right? And so we have, let's have a look. Let me just pull up the chart. And so yeah, we have a Saturn opposition, right? Saturn will be opposing the eclipse portal, right? And so it's about, and with Neptune here too, let's talk about, we have Saturn here saying, look, are you ready to do the work? Yeah. Are you ready to lay firm foundations? Neptune's like, look, I want you to manifest. I want you to dream big. I want you to go in on your desires. We are having a retrograde with both of these outer planets, with Neptune and Saturn. We do have these both retrogrades. This is about reevaluating and reviewing what's no longer working for you. Are my dreams, goals, and desires, are they in alignment to what I truly want? Right, you get to change your mind whatever the hell you like, or maybe even like, I need to refine this, I need to rework this, I need to let go of this, because let's not forget the energy is in Virgo. And so Virgo is about getting organized about what you want, your day-to-day routines, right? The things that you do all the time. Why do you do them? Are they serving you? Do you just do them because that's how you've always done things? Because the eclipse is like, well, if this is like a bad habit or a non-serving habit, I want to say, or a limiting belief or a limiting way of doing something, then the eclipse will help you let go of this. We also have Saturn asking you to lay firm foundation, to do the work, to go after what you want, of course. We're having this dreamy energy in Pisces, which is all about manifestation, it's all about creativity, it's all about going after what you want and seeing the bigger picture too. The eclipse portal will be activated over the weekend, but you'll start to feel the energy the strongest, especially 2 weeks before, 2 weeks after. However, the cycle can play out up to 6 to 18 months. So it can be like whatever started now, a fated event coming into your stratosphere, which is going to come to your attention, which is going to unfold and play out over the next 6 to 18 months, because eclipses bring huge changes, and sometimes those huge changes will take time, but the fated event will start to already occur in the area of the chart where you have Virgo, where you have Pisces too. And so yes, not only do you have Saturn making an opposition, we also have Pluto, we have Uranus harmoniously aspecting. So even though Saturn and Neptune are opposing, they're like, okay, what do I really want? Am I dreaming big? This is what I really want. Do I believe I deserve what I truly want to manifest? Right. We do have Pluto, the planet of transformation, and Uranus, shock, changes, and endings and beginnings. Again, retrograde, however, harmoniously aspecting the eclipse, telling us that we can absolutely go after what you want. Huge transformations are ahead. Shock changes, big surprises are in order. You could receive shocking news that's going to change your trajectory. There could be something coming into your orbit where you're going to have to pivot, plot, twist, and turn. But just know that when Uranus and Pluto actually are harmoniously aspecting, forming like a kite formation, then actually out of huge changes, plot twists, sudden endings, new beginnings will come. Beauty, gorgeousness, fabulousness, all the things that you want, need, truly desire are all here for you. And so the depositor of the eclipse will be Mercury, because it's in the Virgo house, right? Who rules Virgo? Mercury. So where is Mercury at? Mercury is in Libra, actually. Telling us that the depositor is harmoniously in Libra. It's neither it isn't level high being here, it's neutral here. It acts right here actually, but it's saying to you that whatever you want, you can't do alone, and that we need to have partnership. We need to have community, reaching out, asking for help, bringing in people who are going to help you on your biggest goals, dreams, and desires to get your manifestations coming through quicker and faster is by working as a collective, working in harmony, working in co-creation, and bringing balance as well, wherever you've been out of balance, because Mercury in Libra is about bringing balance and harmony into your life. And whether we do that through work-life balance, whether we do that within our interpersonal relationships, where it's about letting go of relationships that are no longer serving us. This is the eclipse after all, and calling in people who are our soul family. How are we going to do that? By being Uranianly and Plutonianly authentically you. The trines from Pluto, the trine from Uranus, asking us to be authentic, be you, to dissolve Neptune or boundaries when it comes to stepping into the highest version of you. Neptune is about, stepping into the highest version of yourself, the higher octave of love, the higher octave of Venus, calling it all in, being a magnet for your biggest goals, dreams, and desires, and allowing anything that's no longer serving you to fall away. Okay, so let's get into the rising sign. This is now for your rising, your sun, and your moon. And let's get into it all. If you want to book your personal reading with me, hit me up in the DMs, and also check out my beautiful new course, the Decode Your Birth Chart, birth chart reading course, where you can learn how to read, decode your own birth chart like a professional astrologer, to confidently read charts for yourself and for other people too, and to make a living out of it as well, or just do it for fun. All right, I'll leave all the information in the show notes. Hit me up and let's get into it. Okay, so if you are a Aries sun, Aries moon, Aries rising, for you, the eclipse on the 21st of September, 29 degrees of Virgo. The eclipse is happening for you in the sixth house. This is all to do with your health, your work, your routines, your pets, your day-to-day habits. Mercury's in your house of relationships, right, of contracts. So there could be something where you're being asked to reorganize, clean up your day-to-day life, your habits, your routines, how you eat, how you train, how you move about your day-to-day life. You may be thinking about restructuring your nutrition, starting a new workout regime, calling it like a PT. You might the sixth house is one of the work and money houses too, so it could be how you do work, where you work, your commute. Even it could be even like the place that you work as well. So expect huge changes, plot twists, surprise information coming through. You may be thinking about changing careers. You may be thinking about hiring, employing, getting rid of, calling in, seeking out people in alignment to where it is you want to be going. Mercury, the depositor, is in the seventh house. This is all about connecting with your soul tribe, connecting with the right people, signing new contracts. So all this could be up in the air over the next 6 to 18 months, where you could be transforming your career, transforming your day-to-day, transforming your health habits, getting those doctor's appointments in, maybe getting those checkups in, getting second opinions, and ultimately, not even that, it's about looking after your health and your own well-being through intentional living, right? Because you've been asked to clean up your day-to-day life. Aligning with the people who are committed to you, and also you being committed to you too. Your habits must support your wellness, how you move about the world, how you show up. So this is the 12th house opposition as well, right? And so this is about not only doing the physical things to feel good, but also doing the mental work too. So it could be some of you might be seeking therapy, you might be doing more mindfulness, you might be making more time, or this could be a time for you to make time to delve into mindfulness, spiritual practice, gratitude, looking for the good, journaling, dream work, going to having a morning routine and evening routine, and just getting your life more in order again. Because the more you can do that, the more the opportunities are going to roll in. The 12th house is also one of the houses of travel, so you could be even thinking about going on a spiritual journey or just getting away. Okay, the 6th house also rules pets too, so there could be changes around pets' health, or you could be acquiring a new pet. Wherever it is, it's going to be karmic, it's going to be fated. So trust the universe because it's always working out in your favor. All right, so let's get the card for you for my Aries risings. So, yes, the Queen of Wands is the card of having fun, having a good time. Let's leave this in. I laugh because this is my favorite card. This is about, really letting your hair down. And so when we talk about eclipses in the 6th and 12th house, that doesn't mean you have to be like totally boring, whatever, but actually investing in your health, investing in your mental wellness is also having fun and being joyous too, because the more you can nurture and honor yourself, the more you can show up as the Queen of Wands too. Or it may be that you've been having too much of a good time, because the 6th house can be in one of the houses of excess, depending on the planets that you have there as well. Because the 6th and 12th houses are the houses of undoing. So where is that you've been undoing yourself? Have you been self-sabotaging through limiting beliefs, through bad habits, through terrible routines? This is not about judgment. This is about, okay, Virgo is asking me to clean this up, to make healthy changes. It doesn't have to be like overnight. This is like this eclipse in the energy lasts for 18 months. It's about small intentional habits every single day for you to move forward to becoming the person you want to be. All right. So, if you are a Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising, the eclipses for you will be happening on the 21st, 29 degrees, huge endings and changes in the 5th house, which rules your creativity, the house of sex, dating, romance, joy, entrepreneurship. It's one of the lucky houses of money, but it's fun, dating, your creative skill and talent, right? And so the depositor of this new moon, of this eclipse will be in the 6th house, right? It's all to do with your work, your wellness, your health, your routines, right? So it's calling in. So this could be during this eclipse cycle that you might actually be calling in people or have some information regarding your work or regarding your career, especially if you're thinking about starting your own business. This is a great time to get organized on that. You might be thinking about starting a side hustle or turning your skill into a passion, into a hobby. This is a great time to start calling in the people to help you do that, or meeting people that you do that. You might be getting this through getting this information already coming to you now, because the eclipse portal opened a few weeks before, a few weeks after, especially because this is on the second part of the eclipse. So maybe a couple of weeks ago, this has already started for you. This is one of the houses of dating and love and romance. So this could be fated event around relationships too. So calling in karmic lovers. There could be lovers coming in who are going to bless and give you lessons too, because the eclipses are fated, they're karmic. And they're fated, these are things that have to happen. So allow these relationships to play out. This is linked to the house of downfall too. So just bear that in mind, that anything started now may not be long lasting, but it's definitely something that you have to go through. Take the lessons from the past. Also, the 5th house, right, is also to do with joy and fun too. So it could be actually you might be meeting people who are going to actually light up your life and bring in more fun, bring in more joy, and also that's going to spill out into your day-to-day life, the 6th house, which is where we have the depositor. So it could be that you stepping into your power, stepping into your joy, doing what lights you up. The 5th house is one of the houses of your the inner child and creativity. Getting more creative when it comes to how you live your life is going to bring you more and more joy. This is the house of children too. Eclipses in the 5th house. It can be a signal for pregnancy. There could be pregnancy news coming in for you or the people that you know, especially because we have this fated event energy. So bear that in mind. But also, when it comes to pregnancy, this can be giving birth to an idea. All right, because the 5th house is also to do with your creative skill and your creative talent. But yes, it can be one of the transits where we have shock pregnancy too. So bear that in mind. Okay. When we talk about the 6th house activation with the 5th, it's about getting practical about how you have fun, to refine how you express love, right? And be creative when it comes to your daily life too. You know, bringing some fun, enjoyment to your life, getting creative, and how you tackle your day to day. All right. So, what are the cards saying for you, Taurus? We have the Three of Wands, and the eclipse is telling you to to delve deep on your manifestation. What is it you want to call in? All right, because the eclipse portal will bring in huge fated changes for you, right? Calling in people who are going to help you get what you want, because this is the fifth and sixth house together in hand. So it's about calling in the people who are going to physically and spiritually, mentally help you get to where you want to get to. We have this Mercury energy in Libra. This is about harmony and partnership. The eclipse is happening in the house of romance for you, calling in fated lovers. If you're single, this is a great time for calling in the lovers. If you are already in a partnership, you could be taking this to the next level. There could be shock endings and new beginnings when it comes to love and romance. Okay, but ultimately, with the Three of Wands, this is about manifesting exactly what it is that you want, because the fifth house is all to do with love and romance. So it could be you actually intentionally looking at what is no longer working for you and calling in what it is that you exactly want to have your needs met to. All right. So, alrighty, if you are a Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising, the eclipses for you will be happening on the 21st of September, 29 degrees, the unrelated degree of shock endings and new beginnings, happening for you in the fourth house of home, family, and your emotional roots. Okay. The depositor of the new moon is Mercury, which will be sat in Libra in your fifth house. Right? Joy, children's love, passion, creativity, passion, romance, all that great stuff, right? So it could be during this eclipse energy, right? Healing your foundation when it comes to rediscovering what lights you up. All right, because the fifth house is all to do with fun and joy, where we have your Mercury. The eclipse is happening in the fourth house. This is all to do with endings and new beginnings. You could be moving home, right? You could be deciding, okay, I want to move home. I no longer live here anymore. I want to start making headway into moving into my dream home. So this could happen overnight. You could close a sale. You could sell your house very quickly. You could move really quickly, right? There's gonna be shocking surprises and news regarding family too, and the people that you call family and the people that you call home as well, because the eclipse just does bring in fated events, and the fourth house is to do with your family lineage. So they are drawn into this eclipse story and eclipse cycle for you, which started happening a few weeks ago. Started happening at the start of this year actually, and it's going to play out for the next 18 months. And yet, for you, this is about who is it that you call home? What is it that I call home? Um, Healing family trauma, healing family wounds, letting go of, calling in your soul tribe, having fun and enjoyment too, because the fifth house is involved. This is about harmony within your relationships. It could be actually that you will be taking your relationships to the next level, because you are now balancing that fifth house fun, creative, joyous energy and bringing it into the home, bringing it into your actual home life. So you could be stepping your relationship to the next level. You could be meeting people who feel like home, where those fated relationships are coming in now are going to elevate very quickly, because they instantly feel like you're home, your family too. Okay, and again, this could be shock news, shock pregnancies, or maybe not shocking and surprising pregnancy too. Because if you're thinking about getting pregnant, this could be one of the chances that's going to fully support you too, depending on your personal aspects as well. Okay. So let's get into it. The message for you is to nurture your inner child. Not, it's about caring for your own needs, and also nurturing the children in your life too. You know, not only nurturing your inner child and doing what lights you up, fifth house, but also nurturing the children around you too. All right. So, what is it that the cards want to tell you with this eclipse energy? Yes, we have the Six of Swords, moving away from problems, moving away from challenges. Geminis, if you've been going through it, this is this is your portal to say that this final eclipse chapter of 29-degree animated degree is closing the door on a lot of turbulence. There's still some debris to tidy up. Virgo, cleaning up that house, right? The fourth house of home family, cleaning up issues, cleaning up any problems, reorganizing the home, restructuring the family, and moving forward together. And this could be you physically, literally moving as well. Like I said to you before, the fourth house does rule your home. The eclipses are fated events, so you know you could literally move. All right, children coming into the family makeup as well. All right. But ultimately, know that you are guarded and protected because when you look at this card properly, you have someone directing the sales. Either this is you, um, taking control of your own life. But also when I see this card, I like to see that actually you are being steered, you are being directed, you are protected, you know, by angels, by your spirit guides. Listen out for the signs of those, and you are being guided. And let the eclipse energy with Saturn and as the opposition, allowing firm foundations. Neptune asking you to dream big. We have Uranus, we have Pluto, giving these trines, asking you to trust the process, let go of the old structures, and call in the new divine energy. Alrighty, and so where are we? Cancer. Okay. Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, Cancer Rising. You have 21st of September, 29 degrees, the eclipse happening for you in the third house. Communication, mindset, learning, your local area, your neighbors, your siblings, travel, short distance travel, right? People that you live, did I say neighbors already? How you get around the world, how you speak to others, right? The eclipse happening for you in this area of your life. See, to me, you could be going on, you could literally be going on a trip. So you could be planning on going on a trip, right? You could be going with your friends, you could be going with siblings. There's something where you might have to travel. Siblings might have to travel. Okay, Mercury's in the fourth house. I'm saying this because he's the depositor of the eclipse, signifying that home and family are going to be in this eclipse story for you. Your thoughts shape your emotional world. Are you looking at, like, I always do a gratitude practice every morning. So when I wake up in the morning, I intentionally set my day to look for the good. So I speak gratitude, what are all the things I'm grateful for, and then I manifest my day like it's already happened because our words are magic. The eclipse is asking you to do that too. But it's about getting organized, right? So this is about organizing that area of your life, organizing your day to day, you know, organizing your travel. You might buy into a car. The third house will tell you travel. All right. So you may buy into a car. Siblings, family might buy into a car too during this transit. All right. Fated events. So you may be traveling as families together. There's going to be communication coming through or news coming through, shocking, life changing, something where you're going to pivot Uranus and Pluto in the mix, causing you to transform as a family unit, as you, right? You may even start a new course. You might even go back to school. You may decide to teach what you know, teach your skills. Because if that has all to do with communication, you might start speaking about online about your skill and talent. This is a great time to do that. Great time to speak with passion about what you absolutely love. Okay. The third house is all about your mindset and learning. So you could be learning a new skill. You could be teaching others how to do something that you do really easily with passion and joy as well. It's a great way to manifest that side hustle too. All right. Rewriting your stories and what you tell about yourself and about others too, about safety and about belonging, because this is Cancer energy, right? Nurturing yourself, nurturing others. So rewriting the narrative, rewriting the script, believing what you want is possible. Neptune and Saturn are opposing the eclipse energy. So it's about, yeah, I can absolutely get what I totally want, right? Ninth house as well, long distance travel, spirituality. Do I believe that I can get it? Absolutely. Let's rewrite the script. Let's call in the mentors. Let's call in the spirituality. Let's call in the people that we need to help us get to where we need to get to. Third house movement. Okay, so let's draw a card. Look at my cancers. So we have for you death, the transformation card. This is the eclipse card. Transformation, Cancer. Huge transformations. How you speak, how you show up. You have more power than you realize. Let go of old versions of you no longer serving you. How you speak about yourself, how you speak about others. Let that go. Start to speak with intention. Your thoughts are manifesting your reality every single day. Be intentional about how you speak, how you think, because the more you can do that, the more you can call in what you want, need, and desire in the shape of your manifestation. Abundance coming in, money rolling in, people coming in, love, opportunity is all there for you. Are you ready to receive it? I believe that you are. All right, so Leo. Leo Sun, Moon and Rising for you, 21st September, 29 degrees, Animated degree, the degree of letting go, new doors, new chapters, South Node release. In the house of your second house, the house of your money, your values, your self-worth, work, career, all that stuff, right? The depositor, Mercury, is in the third house of communication. So this is telling me that there's going to be some communication coming in linked to how you do work. This could be new ideas as well, aha moments, because the third house rules how you think. New ideas, learning, expressing, new ways of making money, reevaluating your money stories, money coming in, opportunities coming in through letting go of something. So it could be that, okay, I want to call in X amount of money, this amazing new job, whatever it is. But actually, do I have space for that? Let me clear something out of my old paradigm, because I actually need to hold space for this new version of me, this new up level. I need to let go of old money stories. Do I need to work on my money mindset so I can call in more abundance, more wealth, more opportunity? Have I learned growing up, third house, right, that my value system is actually warped because I learned it from my parents who were in scarcity mindset, because I was just doing the best that they could at any given moment. So for me now, I get to rewrite my own story, because when I can rewrite my own story, I can call in wealth, abundance, limitless opportunities, because it's all there for me. The second house rules your money, it rules your values, it rules your work and career. During this eclipse energy, 2 weeks before, 2 weeks after, 6 to 18 months for this to manifest. Calling that dream job, calling that dream career, calling that promotion, calling that money, calling that value, call in being a magnet for your abundance. You're upgrading your life on so many levels. What you earn must reflect what you believe. Speak your worth into existence, because the third house activation. The second house and the eighth house are activated here. So this is all to do with money, value, security. All right. So there could be some shock ending, new beginnings when it comes to your security, what you believe to be secure, which is no longer true. Let that go. Uranus, even though Uranus and Pluto are in the mix, they are trining a harmonious aspect to this eclipse. So it's about lovingly letting go. Know the universe is fully supporting you. Okay. So Leo, let's get into it. Tarot card for you. What is it saying? Seven of Wands. So look, it's time, Leo, to let go of any limiting beliefs around self-worth, around believing that what it is that you want is possible, because it absolutely is. The only person who gets to decide what's possible for you is you. So rewrite all stories. Any limiting beliefs during this eclipse, write it all down, burn it, let it go. All right. Once the eclipse has passed, then start to call in your biggest goals, dreams, and desires. Write it down, script it, manifest it, talk about it, visualize it, do your boards, do your gratitude. I like to record voice notes every day to myself about my future life. I'm already here. And since I've been doing that, oh my God, my life is transformed completely. Speaking it into existence, you have so much power. And actually, you have more power than you think. Okay, you are allowed to let go of all limiting beliefs. If you've been like having your head above the water, literally, just know that with the eclipses happening in the second and eighth house axis, that money will become available. Abundance is coming through for you. Let go of limiting beliefs, and also your abundance is also tied into your own self-worth too. So where is it I can love myself more? Because the more I can love myself and value myself, and the abundance is just rolling. All right. Easy as that, honey. Easy as that. Trust, trust, trust. Okay, so next we have Virgo. Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, Virgo Rising. This is your eclipse, honey. Eclipse for you. Partial solar, 21st of September. 29 degrees of Virgo, the anaretic degree of Virgo, right, of this eclipse. In your sign, you're having the nodes axis of fate in your sign, 18 months. Your life is transforming so much. First house eclipse for you. Okay. Identity, your body, your power. All right. The depositor, Mercury, your ruler, is in the second house of your money and your self-worth. This is about letting go of old versions of you, transforming with Pluto, giving you that trine energy to transform and let go of, shed old skin, what is no longer serving you, putting boundaries in. Saturn opposition in your seventh house, putting those boundaries in. What is possible for me? What do I deserve? What do I believe to be true? What do I value for myself? Do I value myself as the main prize? Because bitch, you are the main prize. Do I believe that? This is about transforming your health habits, working on your body. Some of you could be, I've noticed during this transit, a lot of people tend to transform their bodies, their look, how they feel, becoming more healthier, getting the body that they want, however that looks for you, and just feeling more comfortable in their own skin, doing the work. A lot of shadow work when it comes to eclipses, and a lot of letting go, a lot of tears too. I had this transit, was a Libra rising, and there was so much shadow work, so much letting go of, and in doing so, seeing people for who they truly are, not what you believe them to be. And when people show you, this seventh house activation for you, which is why I'm talking about this, when people show you who they are, believe them and act accordingly. You get to decide who you have in your life, what is possible for you. And in doing that, the more you can raise your vibration and raise your self-love, self-confidence, the more the money and the self-love, the self-worth, and the abundance all rolls in, because this is a second house activation for you as well, with Mercury being here, that you get to call in exactly who you want, what you want, call in the confidence, call in the money, call in the prosperity, because this is your rebirth. It starts with you and how you value yourself and how you're going to invest in your future. Okay. So Virgo, if you haven't lost your absolute marbles and your medulla during the eclipse, I think losing your mind during the eclipse is part of the up level. It really is. Okay, so let's I want to just jump tight, but I like to shuffle. I'm shuffling, honey. So what is it that you need to know? All right. King of Cups. King of Cups. This is your time to shine, to be unapologetically you, to get organized about what it is that you truly want, putting your needs first, right? That's not selfish, it's not selfless, right? Self-love starts with loving you and saying no to what's not longer serving you, no to what doesn't light you up, no to what makes you feel uncomfortable, saying yes to what lights you up, yes to what brings you joy. Because the more you can do that and raise your vibration, the more the universe is going to bless your ass, and your life is going to be so fucking easy too. All right, so trust the universe. This is the eclipse portal. The eclipse portal, when it's in first and seventh house access, is always, I always think, a really bumpy ride. And yes, you are being dragged. I feel you. I've been there. But trust that you can come out the other end better, stronger, and more beautiful. Okay, so if you are a Libra rising to the moon, first of all, congratulations on one of you two. We have the eclipse happening for us in the 12th house. 12th house eclipse, South Node eclipse, letting go of. When we have a South Node eclipse, always about letting go, okay? 12th house, a 6th house activation. This is about our health, our healing, our mental wellness, subconscious healing, closures. Mercury is in the first house, the depositor of the eclipse, the identity and the voice of Libra, okay? Releasing karma, releasing karmic baggage. Girl, I've been going through this with you. Reclaim your voice, letting go. Healing is your power. Speak from your soul, okay? This is about doing the shadow work, going within, chilling, keeping it cute. You might be sleeping more. You might be sleeping, not be sleeping at all, actually. You know what I mean? The 12th house is about sleep. So during the eclipse, portal energy, this is about getting better habits when it comes to our sleep, working on our mental health, letting go of limiting beliefs, or putting that to bed, letting it all go, and stepping into your power. You're going to come up to Libra season. Straight after the eclipse, the sun will go back. We'll go into Libra, ready for your season. So this is about keeping it cute and letting go of all those limiting beliefs that are no longer serving us. Karmic baggage, fuck that off. Let it go. Let it go. This is your time to let that shit go, honey. We've been dragged. We've already had the eclipses going through our first and seventh house axis over the last 18 months. Endings of relationships, calling in new people, letting go of old versions of us, and stepping into our higher version. That comes with a lot of shadow work. That comes with a lot of sadness and tears, a lot of realizations, but also a lot of up-leveling, a lot of manifestation, a lot of joy, passion, and creativity too. As I'm doing that, the magician card is literally staring at me in the face. I'm not even going to shuffle it because I'm literally looking at the cards based and I look down and I thought, wow, you're a magician. And the 12th house is the spiritual house. This is about manifesting what you truly, truly want, need, and desire. Better thinking thoughts, because this is the house of your mental health. This is about thinking better things, healing past wounds, and absolute closure. So when you close the door on the past, what's no longer serving you, and no longer holding space for it. You're creating space for what actually you totally deserve. Creating space for what it is that you truly want, whether that be relationships, abundance, wealth, prosperity, whatever it is. The 12th house also rules travel. Also rules travel. Some of us may be traveling, relocating, spending time with other cultures, other people. On myself, I'm relocating as well, and so I'm living in a country which is not my first language. I've learned an entirely new language and mixing with different cultures. I'm absolutely loving it. This is my 12th house activation. Some of you might be doing the same thing too. Also delving into your spirituality, 12th house spirituality, doing the shadow work, stepping into your tarot, your astrology, new gurus, new wellness coaches, all that stuff, right? And bringing spirituality into your life. The Mercury in Libra is about partnership, harmony, and calling in what you want, speaking into existing relationships, and calling in what it is you truly want in those areas. Enjoy, 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 Libra. Okay. If you are a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising, for you, we have the eclipses happening in the 11th house. Scorpio, 21st of September, 29 degrees, aromatic degree, letting the degree of letting it go, honey, letting it all go. This is a South Node eclipse. So yes, it's even though it's a portal of activation for allowing in the new, it's also the activation of I can only allow that new stuff in if I'm ready to let go of stuff that's no longer serving me. All right. The 11th house rules your friendships, your goals, your biggest goals, dreams, and desires in the community. And also the depositor of the moon is Mercury, and the Mercury is sitting in the 12th house. 12th house is dreams, solitude, retreats. So you made me literally going on a retreat because it's the 12th house, right? A spiritual journey or a physical journey, because the 12th house rules long distance travel as well. But ultimately, it's about stepping into your spirituality, 12th house activation, and doing that within your group. So you could be joining a new group, a spiritual group. You might be delving into spirituality with your friends. This is about working on your biggest goals, dreams, and desires. What it is that you truly want to manifest, because the 11th house is your biggest manifestations. Calling in the people that are going to help you and align with you by letting go of a huge endings or things that are no longer serving you. It might be that I've always hung out with these people because I've always done that. The Virgo is saying, well, I need to actually be more intentional about who gets my energy. You know, am I giving too much of my energy to the wrong people? Are those people supporting my goals, dreams, and desires? Are they bringing me down? Are we on the same level? It's okay to let go and release, because actually we're on this huge journey of life where in the book of our life, we have different chapters. And in those chapters, we have different characters. And some of those characters will be there till the end. Some of the characters are going to come and go. We're going to have new characters. We're going to have cameos. All this stuff, right? So allow it to all fall away. Your ruler Pluto, or your modern day ruler Pluto, is forming harmonious aspects to you. You have Mars in the 12th house in detriment. I'm saying that because that's your ruler. But actually, it's all about spirituality. It's about being intentional. So your energy might be going within, doing the shadow work. And also, when people show you who they are, believe them and act accordingly. Okay, I said this to Libra, I think, as well. When people show you who you are, or was it Virgo? When people show you who they truly are, act accordingly. All right. Be intentional about who you give your energy to, because Scorpio, your energy is next level. Okay, your energy is at next level. So your future needs quiet reflection. Let go of all that noise, retreat, go within, listen to your intuition, because your intuition is going to be golden. When Mercury travels through the 12th house, the 12th house also to do the intuition and psychicness. So is that even a word? This is about downloads from the universe, journaling. This is about doing the dream work, receiving downloads from the universe through your dreams. This is about stepping away, doing a sound bath, getting your crystals out, getting your journal out, and getting all the information from the universe, okay? 2 weeks before, 2 weeks after the 21st, is when it's all activated, fated events, huge changes, new beginnings, letting go of loads of old shit, calling it all in. The eclipse portal is 6 to 18 months. Allow whatever happens now to materialize and manifest. Trust that Uranus and Pluto, given these aspects into the mix of a trine, harmonious aspect, is that yes, change is inevitable, but it's for your own good. Saturn and Neptune opposing this this eclipse is saying to you, are you prepared to do the work? Are you ready to dream big? Let's revise those goals. Let's revise those dreams. You can absolutely have all the things that you want, need, and desire. You absolutely can have that. You have to do the work. Okay, let's get practical, Virgo. Let's use Neptune retrograde in Pisces, manifesting your biggest goals, your biggest dreams, and your desires too. This is also activating your 5th house as well, because it's opposing the 11th. And so this is about there could be fated events when it comes to lovers. If you're single, there could be people coming into your life who are going to change the trajectory of your life. and help you get what you want. You could meet someone through your friends. You could be dating your friends too. Also, with this activation, this could be turning your skills into passion hobbies, into a side hustle, and making money from it. Because the fifth house is the house of luck, 11th house is the money house too. So it could be what is it that I do that I'm really passionate about that I can turn into a skill and make money from it. The eclipse is going to help you. Okay. I didn't do you a card, did I? Let's do your card. All right. All the signs get cards. So do you, Scorpio. I had this card for Libra, and this card is ready for you too. All right. So the Magician is saying you can absolutely manifest all the things that you want, need, and desire. Calling the eclipse energy to don't do any manifest. I'm a strong believer. I always keep it cute around the eclipse energy itself. But once the eclipse dissipates, so after Monday, start doing the work. All right. Act as if, live as if, write it down, speak about it, get that vibration high, do what lights you up. Okay, get organized about your dream. This is a Virgo eclipse, right? This is about writing down. You can literally write down exactly what you want. You can vision board it. You can create it. You can what I always say. What one thing can you do every day intentionally? All right, it's not about okay. I'm just gonna manifest. That does work. All right, I'm just gonna speak into existence. Yes, you can do that. Mercury is the depositor, speaking into existence. But also Virgo is about taking practical action steps every single day to align with your goals. All right, enjoy it. So. What if not? Who is not Sagittarius? Okay, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for you. The eclipse will be happening in the 10th house for you. 23rd September, 29 degrees. You have an eclipse in your career house, your reputation, your legacy. Girl, this is huge. When the eclipse is in one of the angular houses, Mercury, the depositor is in the 11th house, all right? So networking and dreaming. Dream big because your life's about to change. Work opportunities are rolling in. Your career is about to get a fucking glow up. The next 18 months are huge for you when it comes to your work, when it comes to your goals, when it comes to your dreams and desires. Manifest all the things. Network like crazy. People are going to be coming into your life that are going to help you achieve what you want. Step into a leadership. You're going to be thrust into the spotlight. Huge changes are on the horizon. You may give up a job. You may start a new job, right, under this transit. You may go from single to married, married to single during this transit because the 10th house rules your public persona. And that is like going from a Mr. to a, a Miss to a Mrs. Whatever it is, right? I've noticed with the eclipse, when it goes to the 10th house, some of us get married, we get divorced, we change jobs, our reputation changes, okay? Whatever you do, make sure it aligns with your soul vision, all right? Because your career must serve your future self. Okay, so the eclipse is going to be bringing fated events, fated people who are going to help you get what you want, need, and desire. You're going to be letting go of old stories. All right, so you're going to be letting go of like old ways of doing things because they're no longer service. You'll be clinging on to a certain idea, and the universe is like, "Girl, this is not for you." If it's your door, the door will open. All right, and when you're trying to open this door, it's not opening for you. You're missing all the other doors that are open already waiting. So keep yourself open to that. Okay. So. Let's have a look. Sagittarius, Page of Pentacles. Okay, so accept the gift, accept the opportunity. The universe wants to bless you, honey. So accept it. It's coming in. Opportunities are aligned. Keep your eyes open for them. The universe is blessing you. You may not always seem like it, but just trust that everything that is meant for you will not pass you by. Huge changes, shock endings, new beginnings. It's all there, ready and waiting. Go, go, go. All right, so if you are a Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising for you, the eclipse, 21st of September, 29 degrees, will be happening in the 9th house. For you, that is your beliefs, your travel, your expansion, honey, girls. Some of you are going to be going on a trip. You're going to be traveling far and wide. You are going to be setting sail and moving about the world, my darling. Allow it to happen. Trust. If you've been waiting for legal news, it's all going to be working out in your favor. There's going to be expansion on your horizons. I feel like there's going to be new spiritual activity for you as well, where you're going to be changing your spiritual beliefs, what you believe to be true, seeking out new counsel, seeking out new people, new mentors. Maybe you yourself will become a new mentor and mentoring others, seeking a spiritual healing through others. You giving that to other people. Mercury's in the 10th house, your career and public image. So you're going to be rewriting the philosophy of your legacy, right? What you believe must shape what you do, okay? So what you believe must shape what you build. All right. So I feel like because this is tied to your career house, it's about, well, is my work aligning with my soul purpose? Right. Because for you, I feel like you need to be soul led for you to be truly abundant, and you want to love what you do, whether that be through your work, through your passion, through whatever it is, so you can show that to the world. Because actually, the more you can be authentically you, you can call in more abundance, more opportunities, more aligned vision, my darling. So it's about, what is it that I believe to be true about myself? Um, your philosophies, what your philosophies may be changing too. You could be diving into different religion, different culture, different spirituality, and as you start to dive more into that, your public persona will change because you're going to be showing up differently. And when you show up differently and show more authentically you, then the universe is going to match that vibration and give you lovers, abundance, wealth, prosperity, opportunity, which align that energetic vibration. So it might be that you may be not vibrating on one frequency, and now it's time to let that shit go and step into your most authentic self. Okay, rewriting what it is that's possible for you, and believing that the world truly is your oyster. Okay, so let's give you a card, Capricorn. For you, you have the Five of Pentacles. So this is about letting go, and rewriting what it is that's possible for you when it comes to love, when it comes to self-love, when it comes to what you believe is possible for you. Because this is the ninth house, which is all to do with your beliefs, all right? So it may be that you may be operating from a narrative of scarcity, from a lack of self-worth, a lack of self-love, okay? And actually, you may have learned like abundance and like self worth from caregivers, from people who didn't know any better. But now it's your time to rewrite the narrative, because when you do that, the universe is going to so bless your ass. Believe what you want for you is possible. Dream big, be expansive. Trust that the eclipse is going to be letting go of anything and anyone is no longer serving you. It's for your highest purpose. Even if you don't see it right now, trust that you are being guided. And while that is all happening in the forefront, you do the work on you, love you, do the work for you, and take care of you. Because the more you can do that, then your 10th house activation of showing up in the world as the most abundant, gorgeous, fabulous version of you is going to absolutely thrive. Okay. Moving on, we have Aquarius, rising sun and moon for you, the eclipse on the 21st September, 29 degrees. If you have planets in around 29 degrees, very pivotal for you. Okay, so the eclipse happening, this portal of fated event activation in your 8th house, the house of transformation, right? Intimacy, transformation, shared resources. When I look at the 8th house, I always think about partnership, marriage, divorce, settlements, death, rebirth, transformation, up leveling, income, money from clientele, money you haven't earned, debt consolidation, credit cards, partner's money, because it was your spouse money, right? It can be things like inheritance to windfalls, all that great stuff, right? The depositor of this eclipse will be Mercury, sitting in the ninth house for you. So this is about truth, uncovering the truth, learning something. So it may be that you will get some shock, surprise news regarding money owed to you, money that you need to pay out, surprise windfall. There could be some shocks and surprises and changes around partners' money, how they make money, clientele, money coming in through expected and unexpected sources. This is about communicating your wants, needs, and desires when it comes to your relationships too, your most deepest, most important relationships. Shedding that emotional armor is the 8th house, okay? Expanding upon your truth, letting go of control, 8th house stuff, right? And letting in the wisdom from the 9th house. It could be learning something about your partner, meeting them on their level, that, and them also in turn meeting you at your level too. This is about expressing your wants, needs, and desires safely within those relationships. This is about communication when it comes to your most intimate love affairs. This is the 8th house activation, right? The eclipse is a fated event. You may meet someone, if you're traveling abroad, you might into a foreign land, a foreign country, different cultures, etc. You may meet somebody life-changing who's going to help shape your trajectory of your future. This is the 9th house after all, and activating with the 8th. This is spirituality, meeting people who are going to spiritually awaken something within you. Okay, this is about calling in those dream clients, calling in surprise cash, 8th and 9th house activation, abundance falling in, letting go of the old, letting go of the old, letting go of anything no longer serving you, limiting beliefs, all that stuff. Shed it all. The eclipse is not asking for permission because Uranus and Pluto are in the mix. With Saturn here as well. The eclipse says bring in fated events and changes, whether you want them or not. So whatever's happening to you, it's happening for you to realign you with exactly where you need to be. If you have not been living with intention in your purpose, the eclipse is going to show you exactly how you can do that, moving safely towards it. This is about reorganizing your finances, reorganizing anything to do with debt and money that's owed to you or owing, getting your finances in order, getting your money in order, your banking, how you pay things, how you get paid by your clients, getting all that shit in order, sorting out wills, sorting out money owed to all this stuff is literally, this is the house of finance, right? This is the house of money, opposing your second house too. So these are your values around wealth and money as well. What do you believe to be true around that wealth and money? What do you believe to be true around how you earn it, how you deserve it, what you deserve? What is your level of abundance? Can you up-level that? The eclipse is asking you to believe that you are worthy and deserving of so much more. So allow yourself to do that. Because you have Mercury in the mix as well with the 8th house, this is all to do with aligning with people who are of the same value of you and who believe the same things that you do, or who can show you what is possible for you and spurring you on to calling in even more wealth, even more prosperity, and even more abundance. Let's look at how the tarot cards want to give you messages too regarding the eclipse. So let's have a look. So you have the world, darling. I love this because the 9th house activation is Mercury here, right? Mercury is travel. The 9th house is travel too. So some of you may literally be traveling. You may travel with a partner because this is 8th house energy, doing things together, or you might meet somebody on your travels too. Somebody who's different from you, somebody from a different culture from you, different spirituality, meeting people who are going to expand your worldly horizons. And as you do that, you're going to call in so much wealth, money, 8th house, second house activation, so much abundance, so much prosperity, calling it all in. The more you can expand your horizon, be open to different perspectives and opinions, to expand upon your spiritual beliefs, you'll meet people on your journey with this eclipse energy who are going to help catapult you into your biggest goals, dreams, and desires. Yes, love that for you. Okay, so let me have some water. And we have the juicy, gorgeous Pisces. Pisces, this is kind of your eclipse. Happening for you, 21st September, 29 degrees of Virgo. Okay, this eclipse, fated events, huge portal activation. This is a South Node eclipse. It is about letting go, but also calling in so much. Are you creating a container for you to call in all the things? Because actually, if you're still holding on to shit, it's like when you have your wardrobe, it's full to the brim of clothes you don't wear anymore. You need to have an overhaul anyway. You need to throw some things away because as you do that, you can create space for your new stuff. Same with the eclipse energy. This is really poignant and potent for you because it's on your axis, the 1st and 7th house. What does that mean? The 7th house rules partnership, relationships, contracts, agreements, commitments, right? Mercury, the depositor of this full moon, this new moon eclipse, is in the 7th house, okay? In the 8th house, okay? You got your eclipse in the 7th, the depositor in the 8th. Depth, transformation, healing, letting go, bonding, spiritual bonding, intimacy, shared resources, right? Redefining what partnership means for you, right? What does love mean for you? Are you having your needs met in your relationships? Are you able to healthily express what you want, need, and desire without guilt or shame? Yeah, because you deserve that. And diving deeper into your emotional truth, discovering who this transit is not only about relationships, because this opposes the 1st house. This is about you. The more when we have an illumination once one part of the sky, especially when it's facing the ascendant, the 1st house, it's literally shedding that light back onto you too. So it's about am I able to authentically step into myself? Am I transferring? What's the right word I'm looking for? Am I projecting? Or am I having things projected onto me? Let go of, all right? Old beliefs, mind, love, and romance. Those are dead. Pluto is in the mix. This is about death and rebirth transformation. 8th house activation with Mercury here. So this is about death and rebirth. The Old version is gone. Yeah, the past is gone. It's disappeared. That's no longer there. We are left with the rubble of the eighth house tower moment, right? Your bonds must evolve or dissolve, right? I'm talking about dissolve because we have Pisces, sorry, Neptune and Saturn. I'm talking forever now, right? Neptune, Saturn, retrograding, right? Reevaluating, dissolving, our goals, our dreams, our desires. What do I want? What do I believe is stable, is no longer stable? Can we rebuild these blocks? Let's go. Okay. So if you're already an established bond, this is about redefining the laws of that and the rules of that, moving forward together. If not, it's about letting that shit go and stepping into your power. First house, seventh house eclipses. I've already been through this myself. Speaking about to Libras, and also to Virgo actually, that I when we had the eclipses going through Libra and Aries, I literally transformed through the same eclipses too, stepping into your own power, letting go of anyone or anything who's no longer on the same wavelength as you. Like I said, your life is like a huge book with many, many chapters. In those chapters, we have characters. We have the main character, which is you, and you have supporting actors and actors too. Some of those characters are going to be your favourites, the enemies, the baddies, the goodies. Some of them are going to be in every single chapter. They're going to be in the trilogy. Some of them are going to dip in and out. Some of them are going to just be in it for season. That's okay too. Not everybody's going to be in your season forever, and that's okay. Allow everyone to go on their own journey. And the more you can work on you and step into you and be authentically you, then you are going to call in the right people. But nobody's going to see you. Your people can't find you if you're not being authentic, right? So your job actually is to be true to you. Okay, and doing that safely without shame as well, because you deserve that. You really do. And this is about deep healing. And this is not about, okay, I'm having a seventh house activation. That means, especially with a shock eclipses with Uranus and Pluto in the mix, all my relationships are going to dissolve. No, this is about actually, Mercury is here in the sign of Libra. This is about harmony and balance. This is about, this is about community. This is about communication, communicating my wants, needs, and desires healthy and safely within partnership. Because actually, sometimes we have to have combativeness and we have to have open, honest communication and adversity sometimes to be able to rebuild, to have confrontation to rebuild. From how we have those discussions. And with Mercury being in Libra, I feel like people are going to be way more open to hearing other people's points of view. Because Libra likes to understand. Libra likes to do what's right. And the more you can be true to you, speak with truth. You can call in the right commitments, the right contracts, the right people. If you are single, this is a great time to meet somebody. Fated event. Right, it doesn't have to be. It may not be your forever person if that's what you believe in, but it's definitely something where you are going to have a life-changing experience with the people in your life during this transit, which is going to be 2 weeks before, 2 weeks after, given the 6 to 18-month window where things started now are going to come into fruition. I don't think I did a card for you. Let's do a card. Did I do a card? I don't think we did a card, did we? I think I shuffled, but I didn't deal. So. Let's get into it. Pisces, what is your card? Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is such an 8th house card, right? This is about releasing yourself from bondage, 8th house. What are the thoughts that I'm thinking that are limiting my beliefs to being truly happy? What are the fears that I have around intimacy? 8th house. Okay, what are the fears that I have about my relationships? 7th house shit. Because actually, the thoughts are all to do with thoughts. They're not real. And what I say to people, your thoughts create your reality. So if you can think better thinking thoughts, you can't always choose your thought, but you can choose the next one. If you can think better thinking thoughts and express clearly and openly with love, with intention, your wants, needs, and desires, then and truly then you can take off the blindfold, release yourself from bondage, remove the swords, and be open to receiving all your wants, needs, and desires with so many blessings. All right. I hope you absolutely love that, which I love doing them. If you'd like a personal reading with me, hit me up in the DM. Like I said before, I do have a waiting list when it comes to birth chart readings, but hold tight, get yourself on that list, and we can delve deep into your birth chart reading. You get like a 90-minute video of me discussing your chart. You get to keep that forever, and then from there, you get to open up all the other readings that I'm available to you too, whether you want a synastry reading, transit reading, Saturn return, progress chart, all the things, they are there. And if you want to delve in even deeper and you want to read your own chart, then make sure you check out the Decode Your Birth Chart astrology course created by me, so you can read birth charts with confidence for yourself, your clients, your friends, your family, personally and professionally. I'll catch you on the next video.